Hello, it's Mio. It is Saturday, February 19th, 2022, and I am back in the hospital. I'm back in the hospital as of Tuesday, February 15th. Had some high fevers, chills, diarrhea, the stuff that makes doctors nervous when one has cancer. And well, it didn't feel good either. So I found myself back at the emergency room on the 15th, and since then I have been admitted, and it's Saturday currently, and I'm supposed to be here until Tuesday. So the last time I was here, which is probably about 3 weeks ago, they found a blood infection, an E. coli blood infection that was that they believe was born out of the stent that is in my biliary area. And this time around, they believe that a blocked biliary tube that was just inserted the 3 weeks ago, they got blocked, and that may have caused an infection. But it's pretty heavy overgrowth apparently, which caused the fever, which caused all the other stuff, and potentially might have triggered a potential appendicitis episode as well. So I had the tube replaced the other day, and I guess that feels better, but I'm on some super heavy duty antibiotics for the next little while that I have to stay in the hospital for. And it's also the long weekend here in Canada. It's family day, so all of the usual hospital staff folks, support staff folks, they're all off until Tuesday. And so pretty much like treatment is sort of like on, like it goes on, but in terms of next steps or updating treatment plans doesn't happen until everybody gets back on Tuesday, which means, how long is that going to take? There's like a couple of a hospital full of people who are looking to get updated on things that have been going on for them on the weekend. So anywho, I'm here at the hospital in a room of 4 this time around, co-ed room. Didn't think that was something that happened. Not that I have a problem with it, but that's something that's happening. And I do have a window bed, which, oh goodness, if I didn't have that, I would have lost my mind. I don't think that I would have been able to get through to this point without having access to some kind of a window. There is another guy in my room who also has a window bed, but he never opens his curtains. It's closed the entire time, and he sits in the dark all day long, and I don't know how he does it, and I think he's been there for a long time because he seems to know all the nurses. I couldn't do it. Even now, like, I had to get out of the room because it's so warm in there. I like things a little bit on the cooler side, and they have this atrium area that I might have shown. I have shown in a separate video, in a previous video. So I'm down here again, just getting away from things. This time around, I'm in a room that isn't as refreshed as the last room that I was in a few weeks ago. There's some relics of things from decades past that no longer work, that are still in the rooms, but they're rooms, and there are people being treated, and that's not necessarily there for the aesthetics or the technology. So there you go. It's been hard sleeping at night I guess everybody has different sleeping patterns, but specifically for me, what I've been finding this time around is being in a room, especially with 4 people, and the curtains, there are just curtains that separate all of us, so there's not a whole lot of privacy, or in fact like noise separation. That if a nurse is working with the person, the bed next to me, it almost sounds like, if I wasn't paying attention, it almost sounds like they're right beside me. And when you're trying to sleep, that could be a little bit disconcerting to also like feel like there's somebody right next to you. And an eye mask is pretty much necessary because there are lights and all this kind of stuff. I mean, lights are being turned on here and there, and nurses are having to do what they have to do, and so not to get woken up by lights, a mask is necessary. But at the same time, I keep flipping my mask up and down because I feel as though there's always somebody next to me or somebody coming in. And the reality is, depending on who the nurse is, some nurses are a bit more courteous, I would say, and they would just kind of let you know that they're coming in before they come in, and other nurses just barge right in, and the next thing you know, they're sort of in your face. And I know that they're all doing their jobs and they all have their different styles, but it's just a lot. And I'm not someone who, I like my space. I like to kind of know what's going on. I like to get a heads up. And so to have all of that happen is really hard. So last night, well, I've been thinking about that the last few nights, but last night, I finally was able to get a little bit of sleep because nighttime sleeps are getting worse and worse and worse. And so I anticipate that when I get home, I'm going to have some similar issues that I did the last time that I got home from the hospital. I woke up at some point this morning, 2, 3, something like that, with a healthcare person. I don't think it was a nurse. It might have been a personal care assistant or somebody like that, just like whipping off blankets and my blankets and my sheets. And by the time, it was like startling, and by the time that I kind of came to, but not even really, sort of like came to, she was also pulling up my gown, and she's saying to me, "Where's your diaper?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't have a diaper." And she's looking puzzled at me, and she's like, "Well, how do you go to the bathroom?" And at that point, it just freaked me out so much that I, got all my IV pole that you see over there together, and unplugged it, and kind of, and I'm like, I don't, I can go to the bathroom by myself. That's what I do. And so I took off to the bathroom because I was just like, what the hell just happened? That was so weird. And yeah, like it doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel safe to wake up in that kind of manner. If she had just, touched, kind of maybe shook me awake by, touching my foot or my shoulder or something, and just asked me, or something. I know they're busy. I know that, that they're just trying to get through whatever they're trying to get through. But that was a really, that's gonna mess me up for a bit. And especially, I have to still be here for another 3 nights. I'm gonna be on high alert trying to go to sleep, and that's not, I don't like the idea of that, but that's what it is. But anyway, that's my update. It's, I think, the first day I've been feeling okay enough to be kind of talking about what's been going on, because I wasn't feeling super good earlier this week. But this is where I am, and I'm here for another few days, and so I'll be doing these updates hopefully in the next few days, and hope everyone's doing well. Chef's kiss to you. Love and care. I send you love and care because heck, love and care means so much. And you really, and somebody like me, I really, 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 really know that in times like this. So please make sure that you have a love and care for yourself and the folks around you. And I send you my love and care to you. And I will talk to you again real soon. Bye.